Kenya and Tanzania are set to conduct a joint cross-border count of rhinos and other large mammals in the shared Mara-Serengeti ecosystem. The aerial census will seek to establish the wildlife population, trends and distribution, as well as foster border collaboration on the wildlife monitoring and management between the two East African countries. Ruth Samwe has more.
The greater Mara-Serengeti ecosystem boasts as the 8th wonder of the world, largely due to the migration of wildebeest across the region. The annual spectacle attracts hundreds of visitors each year, but even with the income generated, the Conservancy has been faced with several challenges, including boundary disputes and climate and environmental changes that threaten the existence of its flora and fauna. As one of the conservation efforts, a meeting involving tourism stakeholders, environment experts and government representatives agreed to collect data on the rhino population across Kenya and Tanzania to enable the planning and management of wildlife security.
There is population explosion around the Mara, around also the other part of Tanzania. There is human-wildlife conflict. There is poachers who are threatening those game reserves. They are there. And this call for all of us.
That these are animals that don't respect political boundaries. These are animals that move from one side to the other. We're talking about the movement of 1.3 million wildebeest, moving over 2,000–3,000 kilometers total per year. So these are animals that experience this entire ecosystem in a very different way than the way that we experience it here. So being able to have a formalized understanding of how that happens between all partners is very important.
The workshop established a roadmap for effective sustainable management of the ecosystem that would seek to involve the locals, who not only benefit from the proceeds of tourism, but take part in conservation efforts.
We are going to make every effort to ensure that all the threats that are facing this ecosystem are eliminated, so that we can assure the ecosystem of proper functioning. We can ensure the communities that live around the Mara, the communities that live around the Serengeti, of better livelihoods, because we are conserving for our public.
Representatives from Kenya supported a petition to ban the fencing of private land around the reserve that curtails the free movement of migratory animals in search of pastures and breeding. The team recommended the implementation of precautionary zone of over 10 kilometers and a caveat imposed to land that is less than 5 acres in conservation areas to curtail fencing. Ruth Samwe, NTV.